finding the best legal team to help you through a challenging situation. You look, you research, you get referrals from friends. Bottom line, you have got to know the people who are the professionals and not just the lawyers. Attorney Bud Kluig joins us with Susan Sargent, who is also another very important part of the Legal Eagle team. Great to have you guys here today.
Thanks, Renee.
A paralegal, that is what you do. And Bud, that all fits into a very important cog in the wheel of how you operate at your firm.
Exactly. We have a support staff, and I imagine the viewers have some vague notion that we have a support staff back in the office whenever I'm on the air. Usually I'm on the air with another attorney, often Kimberly Kirkpatrick, who's works with us, is part of our firm, or a mental health professional or a fellow mediator. I'm a credentialed mediator. But every so often we want to bring a member of the support staff. The viewers may think we have a support staff or may know that on some level, but we actually want to see them in the flesh and see who these people are and what their role is and what exactly, for example, a paralegal does.
And I got a chance to talk with Susan before this segment, and you raised two kids. You were, full-time stay-at-home mom, and then you thought, I want to get back into the workforce, and you got some extra education. So let's talk about what it takes to become a paralegal.
Well, paralegals, the best way to put it, Renee, is that paralegals are to attorneys like nurses are to doctors, which is kind of an SAT that's kind of, if you remember taking the SAT test. But paralegals are to attorneys like nurses are to doctors, which means they are professionals in their own right and they've had special training. All three of our paralegals, and we insist upon this, are graduates of a college graduate in that field. Ours happen to be from Cuyamaca College. Our office is near San Diego State at the border between the city of San Diego and La Mesa. And so we have somewhat of an East County identification, and all three of our people have graduated from Cuyamaca College. Also, I'm on their kind of advisory board, and I know the dean there very well because she used to be, Mary Sessom, used to be a family law attorney, so we go kind of way back. She also happens to be the mayor of Lemon Grove, so she has a lot on her plate. Mary
Let me talk to Susan real quick,
Sure.
if you don't mind, because I wanted to ask you, you went to a 2-year program. You said, you took the scenic route. It took you 5 years, but you went back into the workforce. And describe on a day-to-day basis, what is it that you do?
Interact with the attorneys constantly. I interact with the clients. A lot of paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork. And I do most of the filing and serving.
You're a real success story because you were sharing with me that you served as an intern with Bud and his amazing staff, and you got hired.
Yes.
That doesn't always happen, though, Bud, does it?
No, it doesn't always happen, although we do have a history of doing that. Amy Clark, who was on this show probably about 6 months ago, also came to us as an intern, and we wound up offering her a job as a paralegal when her internship kind of expired. But we have other people who have been interned and we have not hired. For example, we had one earlier this year who was, in fact, had been a lawyer in a European country, and even though she had been a lawyer, she didn't quite beat our standards and was not hired.
One thing that I know, Susan, is that you guys have a very low turnover rate. People just don't leave. Why do you enjoy working at the office so much?
I really enjoy working with the staff quite a bit. I've learned so much from Tina Mays, the senior paralegal. It's just a really incredible experience learning about family law.
Wonderful. For folks that are out there right now and they think, I may need to go in a new direction, my industry is getting phased out, what would you recommend to somebody that wants to be a paralegal?
Definitely go to Cuyamaca College. It's the best program here in San Diego, I believe.
Wonderful. Well, Bud and Susan, thank you so much for coming on today. Your phone number on the screen there, 619-448-6500. And again, you got a whole slew of staff that's at the office now, so you didn't leave them empty-handed.
Which is why, the reason we have that, Renee, is because we are very serious about servicing people. One of the big complaints about attorneys is that they don't return phone calls, they don't reply to my email. We have 3 attorneys and 3 paralegals. It's a very high ratio. All of our paralegals are college graduates and are very competent in handling client interface. So if you call us, if you email us, our policy is you get a return email, return phone call within 1 business day.
Wonderful.
So we reply within 24 hours, sometimes within 24 minutes, and sometimes within 24 seconds.
Thank you guys. Great to have you on, and we're going to be back in like 2 minutes. Hang out with us, SDL, right after this.